The Healthy Breast programme is a commitment, but it's not a big chunk out of your daily life, and it can be managed quite easily. If you think of the consequences of not following the programme, then it becomes a very small part of your life. My name is Anne Shields. I'm 62 years old. I'm retired from my profession as a nurse in occupational health. Back in the late 90s, I'd had quite a few problems at work and had some considerable time off sick due to multiple food intolerances. I was advised to eliminate all wheat, dairy, tea, coffee, sugar, yeast. My diet eventually consisted of a minority of salad ingredients and water. I immediately began to feel better, but unfortunately I ended up losing 2 stone in weight. I sought help from my GP, from a local immunologist. I had colonoscopy and everything came back as absolutely normal, and they couldn't really give me any help at all. In the year 2000, I used to read Here's Health magazine, and there was an article in there about David Stevens. I thought, this is the person who might be able to help me. It was quite interesting because everything it seemed that he tested me for, I was intolerant to. I gradually improved and started being able to eat things again. My weight started to improve and my general well-being. Probably about 8 months after I had been coming down to see David, I happened to mention to him that I'd got a problem with my breast, had a discharge from one of my nipples, which I was very concerned about but hadn't yet done anything about. It was obvious from David's reaction at the time when he was testing me that he was very, very concerned about this problem. And he gave me a series of treatments that he thought would address this problem. It consisted of diet, hydrotherapy and breathing exercises, which I duly followed religiously. Another reason that I was so concerned was because my mother died from breast cancer after a long and very painful illness. So I was very aware that there was a possibility that there may be a problem for me in the future. Following David's appointment, I went to see my GP, who immediately referred me to the local breast clinic. It was obvious that the doctor was also concerned, as I received my appointment within 2 weeks, which is the government standard for a referral for any condition that may be cancerous. I visited the breast clinic, had a mammogram, and this was 3 weeks after my appointment with David, having religiously followed the programme of treatment that he had advised. And the discharge from my nipple resolved during that period of time, certainly before I went back to the breast clinic. When I had my mammogram, it came back clear, and the doctor who I saw in the clinic was very, very puzzled that she could get no discharge from the affected nipple. The hospital could give me no explanation for why the problem had suddenly resolved itself. Looking back on the experience, which is now 10 years ago, I still follow David's advice and David's treatment. I truly believe that David has saved my life in more than one way. I think if I hadn't met him when he did, I could not have continued existing on the diet that I was on, and nobody else had any ideas for me to improve it in any way. The breast cancer scare that I had, the treatment that he gave me was very positive, and also it's something that I can use for the future, for both for myself and my family. I've got faith in this treatment, so much so that having 2 daughters of my own, I've passed on the advice to them. The year before I met David, my eldest daughter got married, and at the time we were planning the wedding, I doubted whether I would actually get to see the wedding. That's how ill I felt at that particular time. My daughter got married at the end of 1999, and she produced our first grandson in 2000. since then, we've been fortunate enough to have 3 more grandsons, and I've been fortunate to be there for all of them, and I play a big part in their lives, and I feel that that's a massive, massive bonus.